I'm Pat Todd, and I have been a member at Christ Church for almost 20 years now. My daughter was married here. Both of my grandchildren were christened here. And when my elderly mother finally decided to make the move from Oklahoma City, she started coming to church here with me. And we joined the Pathfinders Sunday School class together. It was just a remarkable, loving, accepting group. Certainly in our younger days, Pathfinders were always the leaders of the church committees. So whatever leadership roles were needed for the church, they fulfilled those types of roles. Pathfinders has such a great commitment to the vision and mission of Christ Church, and it is so important to them. That is why that even though many of us now are having difficulty getting to Sunday school every Sunday, we still work very hard to stay connected and to find a role or a way in which we can serve the continuation of Christ Church.
So I'm Scott Duncan, and this is Kristen Duncan, and we have been at Christ Church now for about 11 or 12 years.
At first, we had 3 young kids. We were doing good just to get here on Sunday mornings, and so we would just come to worship and then get everybody home. And then we quickly realized that we wanted to be involved in a Sunday school class. So when we joined First Things First 11 or 12 years ago, it was mostly young family, and we had those age kids. So it felt right at home, other people doing life with us, doing the same thing, same chaos. So a lot of it is that what we talk about, we all get, because we're all there in the same or similar stage of life. But that also means we get together outside of church. We go to concerts together, we go to dinner together, we have parties. I've always said that First Things First are my people.
Where we've kind of transitioned stages and kind of realized there needs to be something that we had for this next generation, and there needs to be people that you can share all the hardships of having toddlers that we're not dealing with anymore. So basically for the first 6 months, we kind of went in and kind of taught the class and structured the class like the First Things First, and kind of giving them a framework to start taking it on their own. And then so we did that for 3 to 6 months, and more and more they started taking over, and they just kind of took off and took it and made it their own.
So I'm Leah Walton, and I have been a member of Christ Church since the year I was born, 1989. The All Things New class is for parents of children in the 0 to 5 age range. So people in the season of life where your life is kind of a new beginning and a new journey into parenthood. We do have some couples and individuals with kids who are a little bit older, but we're all kind of still in that phase of having young kids together and navigating that. I think having a class and a sense of community helps keep you accountable. It gives you people to know that are looking for you and are missing you if you are not there on a Sunday morning, and worrying about you and checking on you. And that has been really important for us in this season of life where there's a lot of things going on and reasons to not make it out the door on time on a Sunday morning.
Yeah, so this summer, we were intentional about trying to plan something, a chance to join First Things First and All Things New in a social way. And so we all had a picnic at Creasy Mahan Nature Preserve and had some shelters. People brought games and food, and there were kids everywhere running around, and the adults had a chance to kind of, chat with each other. And I think there's some benefit in the young families getting to see what it's like to have older kids and what that give them some hope that maybe they'll get to have a conversation without an interruption one day. But it was super successful, really fun. We had a great turnout.
I would hope the newborns and the youngsters would stay connected so that when they're in their 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, approaching 100 now, that they can look back with that same vivid memory, warmth, and feeling of love about what church, Christ, has meant to them over a very long period of time.
My hope would be that they find their people in the same way that we found our people in our class, and that they find their people to share their joys and their sorrows with, that they find their like-minded families that they can raise their kids together. And in our class, there's a couple of us that talk about when we're retired, all the things that we're going to do together, or when our kids are gone, and we're all in it for the long term. This isn't just a short term. These are long-term relationships, and that's what I really hope that they can find in that group.
I think it would be so great to talk to the original members to say, look at the foundation that you laid for so many people who have come after you, both in these walls here at this location on Brownsboro, and also everything that Christ Church has been able to do out in the community as a whole. And just to share that would not have been possible for my family, for all of the many families that have come through these doors and have been impacted by Christ Church and our mission. And it's because of them and their willingness to kind of take a chance and start something new. And we're so appreciative of that.